Welcome. Our video presentation today is about how people react to music created by artificial intelligence. Yes, artificial intelligence now creates music. Music has a long history, and there have been many highly gifted musicians in different genres, like Mozart and Skrillex. And soon, we may see another musical genius, which is artificial intelligence. It is because there are now multiple businesses that create AI musicians, including giant tech companies like Google, Sony, IBM, and Facebook. Because of that, many people are interested in how the emergence of AI-created music will impact the music industry. When we talk about AI being a musician, you might want to ask, can AI be creative? My answer to the question is, does it really matter? Well, I don't mean to devalue the question because that is an important point. Still, when listening to music created by AI, what really matters is how much we like it. People mostly listen to music to simply enjoy it, right? And I think expectations play a crucial role here, because most of our satisfactions come from expectations. And there are multiple expectations that function while we listen to AI-created music. First, we have expectations about machines. Professor Sunder at Penn State University started to call it machine heuristics. He found from his experiment about people revealing their credit card information either to a machine or a human that people think machines are more secure and trustworthy than humans. Also, we have expectations about music, particularly music genres. We tend to think classical music is classy, heavy, and expensive, while EDM is energetic, young, and wild. So, we have multiple expectations going on, and the best theory to explain this is expectancy violation theory, by Burgoon. She focused on not only the effect of expectancy violation, but also the valence of the violation. So, we not only have to see whether expectations are violated, but also, how they are violated. It is because these factors determine our attitudes and perceptions. So, these are the hypotheses based on theoretical backgrounds and concepts that I just introduced. Hypothesis 1. There is a positive relationship between the belief that AI can be creative, and the evaluation of AI-composed music. Hypothesis 2. People who think AI-composed music is better than expected, will give higher ratings, than people who think the music is within the range of expectation. Hypothesis 3. People who think AI-composed music is worse than expected, will give lower ratings, than people who think the music is within the range of expectation. Hypothesis 4. The evaluation of AI-created music will differ, based on the genre. Hypothesis 5. There will be an interaction effect between the genre of AI-created music, and expectations towards it. We conducted an online experimental survey with 299 participants recruited from M-Turk. It was 2x2x2 design, which consists of expectancy confirmation versus violation, positive versus negative perception, and EDM versus classical music. 3 scales measuring composition evaluation, expectancy violation, and attitudes toward AI's creativity were in the survey. First, we conducted a pilot test, with 96 participants, to see whether there is a quality difference between classical music and EDM. It is because we wanted the genre to be their only difference. We used songs from a company called Evoke Music, who thankfully allowed us to use them. Based on the results, we confirmed that people clearly distinguished the genres, but there was no significant difference between them in terms of musical quality. Then, we ran an actual test. We randomly but evenly assigned a song to participants and asked to participate in the survey after listening to a given song. In the survey, we gave attention test questions. Answers from people who failed the test were removed. Retrieved data were put into 4 groups by conducting median splits. This is a method that Burgoon did for her expectancy violation theory study about the perception of interactions with a machine agent. Hypothesis 1 was about whether there is a positive relationship between the perception of creative AI and the evaluation of AI-composed music. The outcomes of linear regressions supported this hypothesis. As you can see here, there are positive relationships between the perception of creative AI and the music evaluation, regardless of musical genre. Based on expectancy violation theory, we assumed the higher music evaluation ratings from the positive expectancy violation group, compared to the expectancy confirmation one. However, the results from the two-way ANCOVA rejected this hypothesis. On the other hand, another hypothesis that presumed the lower music evaluation ratings from the negative expectancy violation group, than the expectancy confirmation one, was supported. Also, we found that music genres have no significant influence on music evaluation, which rejects hypothesis 4. However, we found a three-way interaction effect between the expectancy violation, its valence, and the genre, which supports the last hypothesis of this study. So, what do those results and numbers tell us? First, we can say our evaluation of AI-composed music is based on our attitudes toward the creativity of AI. You will like AI music more when you are open to the idea that AI can be creative. On the other hand, skeptical attitudes toward AI's creativity will decrease the preference of AI-composed music. Also, we found from the study that, when it comes to AI-created music, people are more sensitive to disappointment since the positive expectancy violation did not show a significant outcome while the negative one did. This finding would be helpful to the AI industry building AI musicians. For academics, this study broadens the perspective of expectancy violation theory. While the theory was first developed to explain communications between human interlocutors, now it is applicable to the understanding of human-machine communications. Finally, it shows that music is another way of communication between humans and machines. While music has been regarded as a means of communication between humans, most human-machine communication studies have focused on verbal and nonverbal communication, while neglecting creative expressions of AI, such as expressions through music and art. This study suggests that the perception of AI's artistic performances should be regarded as an interaction between humans and machines. For those who want to know more about this study, this paper is published in New Media and Society with this title. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it.